Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will present about my PSM research, which is mechanical behavior of heat-treated stainless steel in different cooling media using hardness and impact profile. My name is Muhammad Nazri bin Latuwo. I have been supervised by TS Dr. Omar Bakuputi. This is my presentation outline. Firstly, introduction, literature review, and then the methodology, next expected result, and the lastly is conclusion. Introduction. Stainless steel is an iron alloy with the minimum chromium content of 10.5%, and then 1.2% of carbon and above, and others alloying elements such as nickel. Stainless steel strength, and then is very good for the corrosion resistant and low maintenance, make it the ideal material for the wide range of the application such as kitchen product, stainless steel construction, and then the domestic setting. The heat treatment is able to changing the mechanical behavior of the stainless steel. So as we study before, the heat treatment can change the mechanical behavior for the material. The properties of the steel content can be enhanced by increasing the strength, ductility, and toughness, and many more. For the problem statement, as we know, stainless steel have two type, which is heat treated and non-heat treated. So we must know which one is the heat treated and non-heat treated stainless steel, because the non-heat treated stainless steel, it cannot be heat treated, not suitable. And then why we need to improve the hardness and the toughness impact, and then how we analyze the effect of the heat treatment process. Okay, this is my research objective: to study the difference of the mechanical properties of stainless steel before and after heat treatment. We study the different before and after, what the able to change the microstructure during the heat treatment process, and then to conduct and analyze the hardness test of the stainless steel in order to study the mechanical properties of the material. We handle the machine, we run the machine, and how to analyze the hardness by interpret the data from the result. Same goes like the third research objective, which is to conduct and analyze the impact test for the stainless steel in order to study the mechanical properties of material. Literature review. Stated by Dominic Francois and Andre Pionex and Andre Zhao. The article Mechanical Behavior of Material. It shows that the different mechanical behavior and foul modes. This is a good literature review. Many literature review and journal and paper that I have researched. And then we can observe from the research article, we can observe the microstructure different scale given, and many type of the microstructure after the testing process. Okay, such as this one, the result of the test depend on the size and shape of the substance of the specimen, how it's kept, and how this should be conducted. Okay. Okay, the next to review the point, the key by this article by the Kinetic Knowledge team. He said that stainless steel is the perfect suitable for a wide range of the environment, unlike the other popular materials such as wood, groove, plastic, and various metal alloy. And the stainless steel is more costly than regular steel grade, but he has better rust tolerance. Okay, for the based on the module WM Garrison JR in Encyclopedia of the Material Science Technology 200 watt 2001, they said there are three type of martensitic, which is the first strengthened by the iron carbide precipitation with the low temperature, and the second is the strengthened by the copper or intermetallic on tempering, and the third is combination between the alloy carbide precipitation and intermetallic combination of the two component. And the understanding beneath from the article just said RD season JR in Encyclopedia of the Material Science and Technology 2001, we need to understand and control the temperature, time, and the cooling rate for the good production of high quality of alloy component. We need to know the parameter to achieve a high quality of alloy component. Okay, methodology. This part, before we start testing, we need to know the type of the material, the specific material, and we need to prepare the machine. The stainless steel raw material will be machined in the FTK laboratory at Makmal Pemesinan 1 by referring the required dimension of ASTM A37019E1. So we need know the size and the shape, the actual specimen before we start the testing. And then for stainless steel, we need to inspect the defect before we start the testing by using ultrasonic flow detector. Okay, heat treatment. Okay, treatment have a three step before. We need to know 3 step before start the testing. Okay, the material specimen, the stainless steel we have been choose Marten stick stainless steel because it can be heat treated. So we need to choose the better stainless steel for this testing. Okay, for the heating, prepare specimen for the first step of the heat treatment, which is heating process. The specimen are heated specific temperature and it will change the material structure. And the soaking, the secondly is soaking. After the stainless steel part has been heated to the temperature which desired, the time of soaking depends on the mass of the specimen. When more mass of the specimen, then its longer process must be soaked. After the soaking process, and then the third one is a cooling process take place, and the structure stainless steel may be change the composition or not change, or it can be back to normal form. Okay, during this process we will using the three type of quenching medium, which is oil, water and natural air. They will show the different result by using different medium and then the different microstructure. Methodology. Okay, for the hardness test, the procedure is follows the Rockwell hardness test. Okay, for the hardness test, as we know, the stainless steel is a very hard material, so we use the diamond pyramid indenter for this Rockwell test, and we load ranging from 1 to 150 kilogram force is applied to this material. And this hardness will be read on C scale because it's suitable for hard steel like stainless steel. And before testing, we need to know the type of material, the test location, which location that we need to do the hardness test, and the specimen thickness and the scale limitation. This one is okay, impact test. Impact test. Before we start, we need to know the specimen standard for the right dimension and placed on the notch cutting machine. Turn on the notch cutting machine and prepare the notch specimen and mark finalization in specimen. We need to mark before we start the impact, the procedure. And we need to know the how to run the machine, switch on the computer, switch on the machine, and ensure the hammer is not rigid and does not move. Zero the energy, start the test. And then don't forget to record the reading of the impact for the data analyze. Stop the impact testing machine after the completion. This one is a example figure, a Rockwell hardness test, which is we use the C scale of limitation, and we use the choppy impact test. Okay, for the result, we don't have the pre-result because of we cannot use the laboratory FTK because of the pandemic. So based on the reference article, heat treat quenching, Ecron steel treating, and IQ technologies, the martensitic stainless steel is very suitable for this experiment test, and because they are hardenable by the heat treatment, and the alloy composition and the high cooling rate of quenching enable for formation the martensite, and the untempered martensite is low in toughness and therefore brittle. So the quench part is usually have a very brittle, and it is reheated to temperature below the critical temperature to the temper of the part of soak and period time. Generally, the higher the temperature, the lower the hardness, but the higher the ductility and impact resistance will have. Hardness and strength, ductility and impact resistance is balancing at the heat treaters. For the conclusion, the mechanical behavior of the stainless steel will change more after heat treatment process. The microstructure, the composition, the physical, and the mechanical behavior mostly. The characteristics of stainless steel need to study before start the heat treatment process, and we can conduct and analyzing the data from the both testing were impact and hardness test can be studied during the research. So the martensitic stainless steel is the suitable for this experiment because it can be heat treated. Okay, this one is our Gantt chart from the week 1 until week 3. We just do the selection, briefing, and explanation for this project, and discuss about the problem statement. And from the week 4 and week 7, drafting, literature review, and writing the chapter. Submission the chapter for the week 8, research and methodology writing of chapter week 9 and week 10, writing preliminary result, but we just do the expected result. Submission FYP1, submission of FYP1, second draft week 13 and week 12 and week 13, and then the lastly is preparation and presentation for FYP week 14 and 15. Okay, that's all. Thank you for listening.